John Gwyn Jeffreys was born on the 18th of January 1809, at Swansea. He was a British conchologist and malacologist. He was the eldest son of J. Jeffreys and was educated in Swansea at the Bishop Gore School, Swansea Grammar School. From the age of 17, he was an apprentice to one of the principal solicitors of Swansea, before going to London, where he qualified as a barrister in 1838. Jeffreys worked as a solicitor in Swansea until 1856, when he was called to the bar in London. But his greater passion was for conchology. He was not satisfied simply to form a collection, but was interested in all aspects of the biology of mollusks. On the 2nd of April 1840 he became a Fellow of the Royal Society. In 1866 Jeffreys retired from the law, and continued a series of dredging operations he started in 1861 aboard the yacht, Osprey, which he later purchased from his brother-in-law. Accompanied by other specialists in marine life such as Charles William Peach, 1800 to 1886, the Reverend Alfred Murrell Norman, 1831 to 1918, George Barley, 1794 to 1861, and Edward Waller, 1803 to 1873, he dredged the seas around the Shetland Islands, the west of Scotland, the English Channel and the Irish Sea. He also went on expeditions to Norway. He went on to take part in several deep-sea expeditions as scientific leader, the Porcupine expeditions in 1869 and 1870, the Valorous expedition to Greenland in 1875, and the French Trevelyan expedition in 1880. In or shortly after 1866 he moved from London to Ware in Hertfordshire, where he bought the Greyfriars Priory, and made it a meeting place for many British and foreign artists. He served as Justice of the Peace for Glamorgan, Brecon, and Hertfordshire, and was appointed High Sheriff of the latter in 1877. He was Treasurer of the Linnean Society of London and Geological Society of London for many years. Jeffreys was also a member of the British Association for the Advancement of Science. After the death of his wife in 1881, Jeffreys moved to Kensington, and he died there on the 24th of January 1885. His principal work was his well-known British Conchology, in 5 volumes, the best on the subject. He was throughout his life a most indefatigable worker, and at time of his death was still actively engaged upon the description of the deep-sea mollusca dredged by the Lightning and the Porcupine expeditions. He read the 9th of his series of papers on this subject at the Zoological Society's meeting 4 days before his death. It ranged from the Ianthinidae to the Cerithiopsidae, including 75 species, of which 23 were new, including 1 new genus. Among the species first scientifically described by Jeffreys are Rissoella opalina, 1848, Chima minima, 1858, and Chaerodonta pallescens, 1867. His collection of shells and specimens was bought by William Healy Dall for the Smithsonian Institution in the United States of America, and was partly donated to the National Museum of Natural History, Washington, D.C. Jeffreys was the author of a number of books and articles on conchology and the mechanics of sea dredging. Of particular note was British Conchology, or an account of the mollusca which now inhabit the British Isles and the surrounding seas, 5 volumes, 1862 to 1865, illustrated by George Brettingham Sowerby II. A complete list of scientific papers by John Gwyn Jeffreys including reviews is online with Wikipedia.